Hi, it's Dr. Divi, host of the podcast Ease into Clarity, and thank you for joining me. This podcast series is very, very, very dear to my heart. And I would love you to share this with everybody on the planet, everybody you know, because I do believe that the more and more of us that actually wake up to this information I'm going to dispel to you over the number of videos, the more we can heal. So this series is actually probably going to be about 5 or 6 videos long. I'm not 100% sure right now, but this is all about healing the feminine expression on the planet. So this first video, I just want to talk a bit about how it shows up, ways in which it shows up in our lives and our bodies, and then what we can do about it. So let's just get started. And like I said, it's multiple videos. So I guarantee if you just watch this one, it's definitely not going to be enough. But I want you to watch each one in sequence. And I really want you to be mindful that I'm going to be working with the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious minds. And also the other thing I'm going to say is I'm going to teach this, but the best experience of this is coming to hang out with me at a workshop or hopping on my online courses, because this stuff is really deep and really in our minds for millions of years. So let's first start. So what do I mean by healing the feminine expression on the planet, transforming it? This is something that men and women experience equally. The feminine is not expressed in a powerful way at all. And as a result, we experience the feminine in a distorted way. And this can impact all areas of your life. So this first video is going to be talking about how it might be showing up. It can show up in relationships, sexually, intimately, your bank account, your self-esteem, your body image, your ability to trust your intuition, affairs. All of these things, believe it or not, are 100% and more are related to a poor expression of the feminine on the planet. My goal and my mission is to help everybody have a more balanced, a more healed feminine expression of the planet. Because as we start to nurture the feminine, we will be blown away at the impact on our lives. And I really believe that almost all of our issues in the emotional realm and in the physical realm, I know this might sound hard to believe, are because of this. So why the heck are we here? We are millions of years post the start of patriarchy. And most of us know instinctively what it is to be a male. But with feminine, and guys, I need to say this before I keep going. As I refer to feminine and masculine, I am equally male as female. And regardless of your birth sex, you have both men and women in you. Okay. So for my male clients, they equally will find this equally as effective as my female clients. Okay. But what I want you to know is that how it shows up in our lives is so insane that when you start working on it, you'll actually be blown away what's possible. And in this video series, I really want to give you some powerful tools and techniques that you can apply today to actually start to heal. So one of the most common ways it shows up in women, though there's a long, long list, is the doormat woman or the hyper guilty woman. I have to take care of everything. I've never done enough. What do I have to do to make it better? I got to make sure my kids are okay, regardless of their age, right? It's my job, right? We've all been taught this. No boundaries. No, we have boundaries, but don't know how to maintain them. That's one common way. It's often like the powerless woman in us that feels like it's just put down time and time again. And the other expression that I've seen it in is as the angry woman. And again, there's multiple more. The angry woman where I can't trust a man. I'm angry. Things aren't safe. And so on and so on and so on. But the angry and the not powered are exactly the same. They're mirrors of each other. And if you watch this whole video series, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And I believe that, as somebody who was born female, but was raised a male, and to heal so many areas of my life, I've had to look at what I was taught as a woman. The other way it shows up for a lot of us is in a very, very dysfunctional mother wound. We can't trust our mother. We can't trust our father. It's all because we have this very distorted view of what the feminine expression is. So I'm going to spend a few minutes talking about other ways that I see it in both women and men. Remember, please pay attention to both lists because they're equally as powerful. Who amongst us is a perfectionist? The good girls. How many of us have eating disorders, anorexia, bulimia? I lack my self-worth. How many of us know what mean girls are? Oh my God. Constantly comparing and judging. We can't trust that group of women, but we can trust that. How many of us are control freaks? How many of us control our partners are constantly saying, you're not doing that enough. You're not doing that enough. We're overgivers. I mentioned that. We have a distorted self-image. We're so disconnected from our inner world. We might be chronically angry. We might be judgmental of the world. All of it. It's hard to believe, right? All of this is from the distorted feminine. All of this is because of patriarchy. Now, again, in the classic masculine, I'm going to list the ways it shows up. But again, this could be you too. I talked about the mother wound, feminine wound. The big one I see it as the hustle to create. I got to make it happen. I got to make it happen. I got to make it happen. With a hyper pressure to make more money. We look for people to approve of us. Like, look, do I have enough things? I've got enough Porsches. Oh God. We constantly need more. Never is never enough. We're deeply afraid to speak our mind. All of cancel culture, all of this is from this. We never feel enough for the opposite sex ever. We can't trust our partner. We disconnect from our intuition. We disconnect from our feelings. And we look for validation in the opposite sex. We look for everyone else to provide our worth, not ourselves. It's a long list, isn't it? I can keep going and going and going, but I'm going to stop. What I'm going to encourage you to do is I want you to watch this entire video series. You might have heard that quote by the Dalai Lama. He says, the Western woman will heal the world. And you may or may not know, but COVID just a few years ago represented the shift from patriarchy to matriarchy, which is the masculine to the feminine and then to a balance. And that's where we are now. Okay. And I am here as one of many women to usher you forward. And I hope as you watch this video series, you don't just watch it from a distance, but you actually pay attention and you think, how does this impact me? I'm going to give you processes and techniques and more and more and more for you to look at the wounds that are inside of you because they're in your subconscious. I'm going to give you actually very powerful techniques on how to shift and heal. I really want you to share this with everybody you know, because if each of us start to change, we will impact our kids, our grandkids, and even Mother Earth. Okay. So if you trust me on this journey of this video series and trust me in this work that you as well as I have a very distorted view of the feminine. And if we can heal it, me and you, whether you're a guy or girl watching this video, and we impact each other, we'll impact our kids, we'll impact our friendships, and everything's going to change. So thank you for joining me for this intro video. I can't wait to share the rest with you. Lots of love. Namaste.